Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Tori. I want to talk about my band Happy Lesson with Jess Bowen from Somerset. Now, I've always been one of those people, and don't hate me for this, never thought girls were drummers, could be drummers, or should be drummers outside of an all-girls band. It was just the way that it worked in my brain. That's what I always saw in life. Girls were singers, sometimes guitarists, not bass players, which is something else that I'm learning. Um, but I've always wanted to be a singer. It's something that I've always loved doing. And then I went and I took this band Happy lesson with Jess, and that totally threw off every dynamic. It's like I've been working on singing for most of my life. I've been working on guitar for a little over a year, bass for about a year, and piano for 3 years. And I've just been introduced to this whole other instrument, this whole other world, I guess would be a way to say it, that I wasn't even aware of and never really thought about. So when I got home from Warped Tour, and I was thinking, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who reflects on Warped Tour, I'm thinking about everything that happened, and I'm thinking about that drum lesson. That was an amazing time in my life. I got to learn from one of my favorite drummers, and it was just kind of brought to life in my mind the idea of me being a drummer. So now I'm at this point where I'm thinking, do I still really want to be a singer, or do I want to get a drum kit and start learning that and join a band as a drummer? Either way, I really want to be in a band, and I really, really would like to be a singer. But I'm at a point where it's like, is that the musical path that I want to go to the most? You know? I don't know why I'm asking you this. I don't know who's going to watch this. I don't actually really know where I'm going with this. I had a plan about an hour ago when I started filming. I've re-recorded this about 30 times. But basically what I want to talk about is, I love Band Happy. They were as uncomplicated to deal with as anything. Like, I had an easier time doing the Band Happy lesson than throwing a box of mac and cheese together. Whenever I think about food, I'm hungry. That's not important. Nobody cares about that. But I've just been brought into this whole other world, a whole other thought process about being a drummer. And it's something I never thought about. And I'm kind of starting to realize what you dream about your entire life may not be what is actually what you want to do. Because I've wanted to be a singer my whole life. And I've never really thought that girls could be drummers. And then I started listening to the Somerset. Like, oh my god, this band has a female drummer. What kind of alternate universe have I stepped into? And as time's gone on, in the past 8 months, since I started listening to them, it's just been kind of embedded in my mind, and I've been thinking about it. I'm at this point where it's like, I may actually really want to be a drummer. That may be what I really want to do. I love singing, and I will always love singing. But that may actually be what I want to do and what I'm supposed to be doing. So I don't really know where it is I'm completely going with this. I also don't really know how I'm going to end this. So the moral of this is, A, Jess Bowen is one of my favorite drummers. B, Band Happy is friggin' awesome. And C, I am feeling like what I've wanted to do my whole life is one of my favorite things, but it's kind of what I've gone to because I thought that's where I should be going. Because I love music, and singing is something that you find most girls in. Unless it's an all-girl band, or it's a solo thing, or whatever. And now I'm being introduced to this whole other thing, and it's like, maybe if I'd have been introduced to this earlier in my life, yes, I would still be singing, but I would have already saved up and gotten a drum kit and be drumming at this point. So it's just something to think about. What you really want to do in life may not be what it is that you really want to do, because you haven't been introduced to what you actually want to do. And if you've made it this far into the video, kudos to you. Sometime next week on my other channel, because I'm not putting, some things aren't going to go on this channel. On my other channel, I will be doing a cover of Bright by Echo Smith. So if you're at all interested in that, go watch. Next week on this channel, there will be a video about Practice Makes Perfect. That's saying, I love everyone who's watching this. Thank you so much for giving this video a chance, even though it's kind of long. Mwah. And I will see you next week. Bye. And